Okay, let me show you what happened. I don't know if you can see this with light. Hopefully you can see this. Ribbing here, which was a column skip, 3-column skip. Well, I didn't get a chance to do this. I made a mistake from the very beginning. But that doesn't mean that you can't remedy this, because I did. If you've been knitting for a long, long time, or even crocheting, and learning from watching people on YouTube, I learned how to correct this error. But they didn't show you how to correct this error. They just showed you how to create mock ribbing. So my mind all the way immediately thought, since I forgot to do the mock ribbing like this, which is an easy way to do it, I just went ahead and created the 20 rows. But if you can see, let me see if I can close that just a little bit. So I can turn this up, slide down. I have now created that very same pattern by doing it this way. And I'll show you. Okay, so let me take out the last one I did. Forward. It's going to be tedious, but you're going to get the same effect as I did this way. It just takes a little time because I use here. But again, that's going to be remedied. So I'm taking out 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to get my transfer tool, go to the 4th one, which is here. Go down to the 2nd row, because I don't want to go to this very edge right here. I'm sure a lot of you understand why it won't look good. So now I insert my hook. I'm going to get that needle, push it back, and now I'm going to open that up. You can always open it with your finger, or you can open it with your transfer tool and use that palm. Or you can just kind of wiggle it open this way. So find a way that's more comfortable for you. Okay, so I skipped those 3 needles, creating the column. I'm going to hold the bottom tight and just latch that up with my latching tool. See how I did that? That's how I remedy that error. So now everything's going to look just like I did it the other way at the very beginning. That I show you on my YouTube page. And that's how I'm going to go all the way across to the other 45 needles. I'm going to skip 3, bring 3 needles forward, I mean. I'm going to latch that in. Okay. Bring 3 needles forward. Bring my transfer tool all the way down 1. I'm going second to the last. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Second to the last. Take that loose. Open that up. Fingers. You really have to use all your fingers and your hands, everything. Yeah. With my latch tool, insert that bottom loop, and then latch that roll up. It is tedious, and I'll tell you the truth, but I remedied my own error by thinking of how can I fix this? How can I fix this error that I forgot to create the mock ribbon? This is what we learn. We help each other to create another method to help us remedy that skip step, because that's exactly what it was. I skipped the steps and I went a little ahead of myself. And instead of me just saying, oh, I'm going to leave it like that, I remedied it. So 1, 2, 3, bring 3 needles forward, find that 4th needle yarn, insert your transfer tool, bring that 1 needle forward, remove it off the hook. Remove that neat finger in there to remove all those stitches. And then match that up. A different method. But it works. And make sure you're pulling that down so you don't pull and catch your hook into another tiny yarn. You don't see it, it'll be noticeable. So make sure you're picking up one floating yarn. And that looks really pretty. You can't even tell that I knew the hair. But you've all seen it. We've all seen it. But if I was wearing this hat and nobody knew, nobody would never know. But I'm letting you know because you need to remedy this. And if this happened to you, now you found a solution. Here is the solution to every problem. Always like this. And voila. I'm almost at the end. This is going a little bit quicker than I anticipated because I keep forgetting I'm skipping 3. So because I'm skipping 3, it is going a little faster. Just make sure when you're latching that floater yarn that you're not catching another yarn from the previous row. And this is called mock ribbing. If you want to, 1, 2, 3, go to the 4th one, second to the last, insert your transfer tool, get your latch tool, insert that underneath the transfer tool, bring that needle forward, remove it from there, and then you should be able to kind of wiggle that in. It is a very tight stitch. And it's a very tight fit because it's a headband and I want it to be snug for me. 1, 2, and you can see I'm almost at the edge. I thought it's maybe probably, I can't count how many, but I know there's probably just 6 more I have to do. Pull my laptop down and place it on a little table so I can show you closely what it is I'm doing. And then 1, 2, 3, and you see how fast that's going. And you can see how you can't even tell the difference of what I've done and how I did that. And move my weight over. You need some kind of weight to hold these down. Because if you don't, they're just going to start popping off. So I'll be back with the finish. Okay, I've got them all done. So the next thing, we've got one more thing to do. But first, let's move all these needles back into D position before I do the next step. So what I do is put these needles back. I hold the 3 needles, and that way it makes it easier for me. I don't struggle because I'm moving it back and forth. So I'm holding it through, and like that, latch them over. Grab the 3 needles, hold the tops of the 3 needles, pull it forward, and latch them in front of the latch. 1, 2, 3. Pull those 3. comes out. Just make sure you get it where it all comes forth. Just latch down. And I'm going to do the other half now. I'm going to do right back. I just wanted to show you the next step. Hold on. Oh, this is not. Okay, so we've got all those away. Let's put some more light here so you can see. Now I want to transfer every other needle over. And how I'm going to accomplish that is the one that I mocked red, I'm going to move it over one to the right. So you can easily see that because you know which one you mocked red. So move those needles out of the way and keeping those let's see, 3 needles available. So remove that one that you mocked red to the right, and then move that needle out of the way in the back position. So here is the next mocked red, and then that one goes back. This is going to give me that look that I had in the very beginning on this bottom. You can actually take these and put them forward if you like. It's going to be much easier when you do the one last row anyway. So you can lock those stitches in. Three, so we're looking good so far. You see how we did that? Now this is how we E-wrapped. Okay, so take that one that you made that mock ribbon and move that other needle out of the way. Put it in a non-working position. Those in the front, move that out of the way. There's 3 in the front, take that one that's not in there out of the way. And we'll do it all the way across. And now we remedy the, oops. Okay. Position. And bring those forward. We'll bring those forward, making sure that's in the non-working position. Then we have those 3 hanging back. Everything's back just as if we E-wrapped. That's exactly what that looks like. So we're going to see. We're no longer using this yarn. So let's take this A yarn out of the. Let's get this out of the way. I don't want to get tangled. It seems to be getting tangled, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to put a little bit on there. My weight's up a little bit. And I want you to see how we remedy that. We're just going to create one row. just one more. To lock those stitches into place. See? We locked them up, it looks good. What are we going to do now? To create this fold, we're going to first remove our beads, just a few of them. And we're going to leave those needles in the back. Now remember, these were the stitches that became the mock ribbon. So now we're going to take the very, I have one transfer tool, and I should have weights on there. I should have put the weights off, because that may absolutely pull those out, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. Let's get those weights back on there. Okay, that's not. Or actually, I should put it down here. Okay, so all you have to do is find that one purl stitch or that end, that last end, and place it on that one last one. Okay, then you're going to find that one. This is the one that became the mock ribbon. That's going to go on every other needle that, remember, we took out. Now we're going to place that back in. See that? Place that back in. That's why I didn't do the two last rows. I didn't do the mock ribbing on the two last rows. So I know exactly where that purl stitch is at. And voila! I have remedied my mistake. And I have a headband. All those numbers are in front of you. Now transfer that weight over, and I know you're probably thinking, how is that going to be a hem? Wait a minute, trust me, it's going to be a hem. But meanwhile, we're picking up every purl stitch from that chain stitch that you see in the back. That's what I need to say. You're going to the last one and picking up that purl stitch, moving your weights across like that, because you don't want to add a lot of no weight. Your stitches are going to jump off of the machine, and you don't want that after all this hard work. And look how cool that's going to turn out. Oop! Oh, there we go. And that's why I didn't do it the mock ribbing all the way at the end. I left two rows stockinette so I can see where that purl stitch is at. If I would have did that, I would be picking up the gray stitches. I don't know how that would work. But this is making it just right. It's going to look just as beautiful. Just make sure you get every purl stitch. Get that purl stitch. Second to the last row. Another stitch. To the last row. And pick up that last stitch, last little stitch, and add it to the end. And look at one way and get another way to amplify. Bring all the needles forward. I need to lock that stitch up again. But this time I'm going to loosen up my tension all the way in line and also which one? And also the pumpkin color all the way to 13 on the top. And making sure that everything is pulled down, otherwise you may have to jump stitches and really don't want that. Okay, here he goes. We did it. And now let me quickly take this off just to show you that there is the fold right there. And you could do this in any garment. You can make these pretty little roll folds. And I have the same stitch from the bottom and the top. Wait, now it's going to look be the wiser. Okay, now the next thing is we need to bind off. So, bind off. We already have yarn here on the top. Remove it from the carriage. It's loose. Make sure you have a lot of loose yarn. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that from there. Let me move my wheelchair a little bit out of the way and put on for just a minute, please. My legs are really hurting and my back. Your back will hurt when you're stressed. Okay. And I've got this big old long yarn right here. So I'll show you really quickly what I do to move it out the way. I get my 2 fingers and I just go around like this. Right in the middle, wrap it around the line. Open the loop with your finger. Insert that yarn. And look at that. My blue ball here. So that's not the way. Now I want to get my transfer tool. And now I'm going to cast off. And this is going to be a simple, easy breezy cast off. Pull one of the needles over, yarn over, pull it through, take it off. Needle, then go to the next one, yarn over, pull it through, over, pull it through, over, and just go all the way across. This is called a bind off. It's going to look good and nice and neat. I'm going to keep yarning over and yarning off. Make sure that all those needles that just took off. I'm going to gray. Keep the weights on. You need those weights there to give it some stability. How many minutes have I have? 24. That's all this. It's done in 24 minutes. I'm getting good at this, aren't I? Okay. Take that weight, move it over. Make sure we have another weight right there. Increments anymore. I do that. Go too fast. Right there. Over. This is better than, to me, than sewing. Look at that. Beautiful head. Oh, thank you. And it looks like you sewed it all the way across by hand. And these are a very unique look. And if you look at it, hold on, down. Two dark birds. Somehow I got two young. don't know how I tangled this thread, but I did it. If you just go backwards, and you'll get back on track. I apologize. Somebody's kind of work over it, but I'm busy. Get the gist. Okay? So I'm going to go all the way at the end and I'll be right back. Okay, we're at the end. Look at that, how far we've gotten. So I'm going to remove the last weight. Place it on the table. At this point, I love cleaning. I don't know why, it's just my instincts to move it. Okay, so nothing's in my way. So all my weights in your container, all the transfer tools are out of the way, all the knee pushers. And the only thing I have out now is the last of this stitch right here. So let's see, it's coming off of the, so I'm binding off, taking that there. Bind off, take it off, put that prong into your switch, put that on the hole, turn that off, move that needle out of the way, you don't want to get caught, pull your loop out, and you could probably have pulled a little more yarn out, but I'm going to do that a little later. Pull that through the loop. There you go. There it is. The headband. And if I flip it over, you're not going to know which end is which end. Remember I made an error. And this is where I made the error. Right there. With a little tug. Well, that is going to line up really, really well. Now all I have to do is gather the right sides together. Remember that extra long yarn? You can just yarn that through like that. Hey, I'm so excited. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, let's get some light in here. Look, we've got a headband. Is that adorable or what? Is that cute or what? I feel like one of those 1920 dancers. Roaring 20s, we did it. We fixed our error, and no one's gonna tell. Look at that, excellent match. So all I have to do now is just sew the ends together. And if you're going to give this to somebody and they put that on their head, let them. I measured it. Remember, I measured my head, so I know how wide my head was. 23 altogether, and it's got a lot of stretch to it. See that? I don't want to stretch it too much. But if you're giving it to a child, get some elastic. You know that 1-inch elastic? Pull that through all the way. Sew the ends with your sewing machine on both ends. And it's going to be an adorable little hat. Another thing you can use this for, check this out. It can be a mock turtleneck that you can put over your garment, like that. When you're not wearing it over your head, you've got your jacket, it's going to keep you warm, and you're going to feel fabulous. But we did it. So yeah, I have a YouTube showing you how to sew this together, and if I can do it, you can do it. So thank you for joining me. This is going to make a lovely gift to somebody. I did it! I made a headband. I made a headband. Oh wow, it came out so pretty, and I love the detail. And you could turn it around this way if you want the other little bubbles, because it's multicolor like that. And it actually changed the color of my skin. Hold on. My hair's all over. Because you get a lot of static electricity when you're doing stuff like this. It's going to give you a whole bunch of static electricity. And you notice that I'm going to put it on this end, and the color of my skin changes instantly. But just wearing these darker colors in the front. So, wow, this is going to be an awesome headband. And you have a ponytail. You can take your hair out like this. I'll show you quickly. Well, if you had a ponytail, you get the gist. I haven't sewn it. Let's get my hair all the way out and over, holding it while I'm doing this. Get your hair and put in a ponytail, wear your clip or whatever it is you have, and you got yourself, you're looking glamorous. So the next thing I'm going to do a simple stitch, put this all together, and I think I'll wear it, and then take a picture and show you what it looks like. So, meanwhile, my hair is all over the place. Let me get my hair up and out of the way. Let's get that peacock look. Okay. Okay, where am I at? If I do a very nice slip stitch or something, I could probably wear it on the inside as well. So, there we go. There you go. Now you could wear your hair bangles or whatever you want to call it. Put your hair in the ponytail, and it's going to look fabulous. So, thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day.